Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. In this video I'll be making a doily, and to make that this is the yarn that I have chosen. As you can see, this is the thickness of my yarn, and I have this in another color right here. It is 95% acrylic and 5% metallic fiber, and it has this nice shine to it, nice glittery yarn. So the recommended hook size for this yarn is 1 to 3 mm, but I'll be using a size 2.5 mm crochet hook. You can use any hook size that goes with your yarn. So let's begin. Now to begin, we are going to make a slip knot. Okay. And after making your slip knot, you are going to chain 12. So let's chain 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now after chaining 12, you are going to join in the first stitch with the slip stitch. So we're going to count back to make sure. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. This is the first one. We are going to insert our hook and make a slip stitch to join, and this will form a ring in which you will work the next round. So after joining and making your ring, you are going to chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. After chaining 3, you are going to make 31 double crochets in this ring here. So beginning and making your double crochets inside this ring here. So 1, oops, let's make this again. 1, 2, 3, and so on. In this way you are going to make a total of 31 double crochets. After making your 31 double crochets, you will join at the top of this chain 3. Now this chain 3 doesn't count as a double crochet, so excluding the chain 3, you will make 31 double crochets. And if you feel that your circle is a bit loose, you can always tighten it like this, pulling this yarn here. Now we will join at the top of the chain 3. So we will slip stitch and join. Now after joining, you're going to make a single crochet in the same space. So this is the space that we joined in, and in the same space we are going to make a single crochet. After making this single crochet, you are going to chain 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're going to skip the next 3 double crochets. So skipping the next 3 double crochets, in the 4th double crochet you are going to make a single crochet. So this is the first double crochet, this is the second, and this is the third. We're going to skip these 3, and going into the 4th one you are going to make a single crochet like this. This is going to be your repeat for this round. You're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you're going to skip the next 3 double crochets. So skipping the next 3 double crochets, in the 4th one you are going to make a single crochet. This is how you're going to repeat until you reach here. Now I have made my last chain 5 here, and I have 3 double crochets left. As you can see, 1, 2 and 3. So I'm going to skip these 3 double crochets, and I'm going to make a slip stitch into the first single crochet that we made. So skipping these 3 double crochets, and this is my first single crochet that I made, so I'm going to make a slip stitch into the first single crochet, and this completes your round. This is the center yarn that we'll weave in later, and this is how it's going to look. To begin round number 3, you are going to make a single crochet into this chain 5 loop over here. So going in the loop, we are going to make a single crochet. After making your single crochet, you are going to make 7 double crochets in the same loop. So work your 7 double crochets in the same loop. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. After making your 7 double crochets, you're going to make a single crochet again in the same loop. So make your single crochet, and this is going to be your repeat for this round. You are going to make a single crochet in the next loop, 7 double crochets, and then again a single crochet in the same loop until you reach the end of this round. Now I have made the last single crochet in this loop over here, and we are going to join to the first single crochet that we made. So joining into the first single crochet that we made, we're going to make a slip stitch and join. This is how it's going to look. Now to begin round number 4, you are going to slip stitch to the center of this shell that you made over here. Now we have already slip stitched in the single crochet. We have made a total of 7 double crochets here. So to get to the center of this shell, we have to be in the 4th stitch, which is this one. We have to be in the 4th double crochet. So we're going to slip stitch in all of these stitches here. Now to begin, slip stitch into the first double crochet, slip stitch into the second double crochet, slip stitch into the third double crochet, and then we are going to slip stitch into the 4th double crochet. When you reach the 4th double crochet, you are going to chain 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. After chaining 7, you're going to make 1 treble crochet in the same space. So yarn over twice, and going in the same stitch, we're going to make a treble crochet. So pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through the last 2 loops, and this makes your treble crochet. Next we are going to chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. After chaining 3, you're going to make another treble crochet in the same space. So yarn over twice, and going in the same space again, we're going to make another treble crochet. After that, once again, we're going to chain 3 and yarn over twice, and going into the same space again, we're going to make another treble crochet. pull through 2 loops, pull through 2 loops, and pull through the last 2 loops. After doing this, you're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. After chaining 4, this is going to be your repeat for the whole round. Now you're going to go in the center stitch and the center double crochet of the next shell here. Now the center double crochet is going to be the 4th double crochet of each shell. So counting from here, you're going to count the 4th double crochet, and in it you're going to make a treble crochet. So yarn over twice, going into the 4th double crochet here, you're going to make a treble crochet. So this counts as your first treble crochet. You're going to chain 3 and make another treble crochet in the same space. Like so. After that, you're going to chain 3 again and make another treble crochet in the same space. I lost my yarn here. Okay, again chain 3 and another treble crochet in the same space. So this is how your repeat is going to be for the round here. After this, you're going to chain 4 and go into the center, the 4th double crochet of this shell. You're going to make a treble crochet in this shell. So I'll repeat it again. Chain 4, and after chaining 4, you're going to make a treble crochet in the center in the 4th stitch of the next shell. After making a treble crochet, you're going to chain 3, treble crochet, chain 3, treble crochet until you have 4 treble crochet in the center stitch here. Again, after having 4 treble crochets in this center double crochet with chain 3 between each, you're going to chain 4 and go into the next shell here. Going into the center double crochet of this shell, you're going to make 4 treble crochet with chain 3 between each. This is how you're going to repeat your round. Now I have made my last treble crochet here. After that, we are going to chain 4, and after chaining 4, we are going to join in the 4th chain of the first 7 chains that we made. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This right here is the 4th chain, and we are going to join in the 4th chain with a slip stitch. Like this. So this is how it is going to look. Now to begin row number 5, we are going to make a slip stitch into the first chain of this loop. So the first chain is right here. So going in the first chain, we are going to make a slip stitch. After that, we are going to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. After chaining 4, you're going to yarn over twice, and then you're going to insert in the loop, in this loop right here. You're going to insert in this loop, and we're going to pull our yarn, and we're going to pull it through 2 loops, and then again 2 loops. We will have 2 loops on the hook. Again, we are going to yarn over twice, go into the same loop, pull up your yarn, pull through 2 loops, again pull through 2 loops. You will have 3 loops on the hook. Then you're going to yarn over and you are going to pull through all these loops. Next, you're going to chain 3. After chaining 3, you're going to yarn over twice, go into the next loop here, pull up a loop, and you're going to pull through 2 and again pull through 2. You will have 2 loops on the hook. Again, yarn over twice, insert into this loop the same loop, pull up a loop and yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. You will have 3 loops on the hook. Again, yarn over twice, go into the same loop, pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2. You will have 4 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through all the 4 loops. This makes your cluster stitch. Now after making this first cluster stitch here, you're going to chain 3 and you are going to go again into the same loop and work another cluster stitch like we made over here. So yarn over twice, going into the same loop again, pull up a loop, pull through 2, again pull through 2, having 2 loops on the hook, yarn over twice, go into the same loop, pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2. You will have 3 loops on the hook. Again, yarn over twice, go into the same loop, pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2. Now you will have 4 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through all the 4 loops. This will create your second cluster stitch in this loop here. You have 1 more loop remaining. Again, you will chain 3 and you will make a cluster stitch in this next loop right here. So repeating the same thing, yarn over twice, going into this loop here, pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2, again yarn over twice, going into the same loop here, pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2, again yarn over twice, going into the same loop, pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2. You will have 4 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through all the 4 loops together. This is how you're going to work all the way around. You will have one cluster stitch in the first loop, 2 cluster stitches in the second loop, and 1 cluster stitch again in the third loop, with chain 3 between each. After making all your cluster stitches, you will chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and you will make a single crochet in this chain 4 loop over here. So going in and making a single crochet. After making your single crochet, you're going to chain 3 again, and then again you are going to make your cluster stitches like you have made over here. 1 in the first loop, 2 in the second loop, and 1 in the third loop, with chain 3 between each. After making your cluster stitches, chain 3, and in the chain 4 loop you will make a single crochet and repeat. Now I have made my last single crochet in the chain 4 loop. After this I'm going to make a chain 3, and after chaining 3 we are going to join at the top of your first cluster stitch. So this is our first cluster stitch and this is the top of the cluster stitch. So going in the top of the cluster stitch, we are going to make a slip stitch and we're going to join, and this is how it's going to look. Now to begin row number 6, we are going to slip stitch in the next loop. So this right here is the next loop. We're going to make a slip stitch in the next loop, and before moving on we will mark this slip stitch with a stitch marker, because in the end we are going to join in this slip stitch. Now after you have made your slip stitch, you are going to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. After chaining 4, you are going to yarn over twice, insert into the same loop, pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2 again, yarn over twice, insert into the same loop, pull through 2, and pull through 2. You will have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, and you are going to pull through all the 3 loops. After doing this, you are going to chain 3 and going into the next loop here, we are going to make a cluster stitch. So going into this loop here, we are going to make our cluster stitch. Again, going into the same loop, pull through 2, pull through 2, again going into the same stitch, pull through 2, pull through 2 again, and then yarn over and pull through all the 4 loops. After this, again chain 3. Now we have this loop remaining. You're going to yarn over twice, go into this loop here, pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2. You'll have 2 loops on the hook. Again, yarn over twice, insert into the same loop, pull up a loop, pull through 2, again pull through 2. This time you will have 3 loops remaining on the hook. You will yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops. After that, you're going to chain 4, 2, 3, 4, chaining 4, and then you will make a slip stitch in this same loop here. So you will go in the same loop and you will make a slip stitch like so. And this is how it is going to look like. After making a slip stitch in the same loop, you're going to chain 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now after making your 12 loops, you are going to start in the same way that you started over here. You're going to skip these 2 loops here, and going into this loop right here, you're going to make a slip stitch. Make a slip stitch. After making your slip stitch, you're going to chain 4, 3, 4, and yarn over twice, insert into the same loop, pull up a loop, pull through 2 twice, again yarn over twice, go into the same loop, pull up a loop, pull through 2 twice. You will have 3 loops on the hook. You're going to pull through all 3, then chain 3, and you will repeat the same pattern. Make a cluster stitch here, and in this loop you are going to make your same 2 double crochets together, and then you're going to make a chain 4 and slip stitch into the same stitch. After making your slip stitch, you are going to chain 12, skip these 2 loops and go into the next loop here and repeat from the beginning. Now I have made my last chain 4 over here, and I have made a slip stitch in the same loop. Now this is our first slip stitch that we made. Now next we used to chain 12 after finishing our loop over here, but instead of chain 12 in the end we are going to chain 6. So 1 2 3 4 5 6. Now after chaining 6, you are going to remove your stitch marker. Now after removing your stitch marker, in this first slip stitch you are going to make a triple treble crochet. So yarn over 4 times, 1 2 3 4, no sorry, 1 2 3 4, and you are going to go in this first slip stitch that you made, and you are going to finish it off like you finish a double crochet. So you're going to pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2 in the end, and this completes your row.